Will be asking you the questions of how your tutor will be marking your interview. Does it make sense? Yeah? Good. Back to the presentation here. So once again, remember the study guide plus the workshop. I used to have two different booklets, but people used to do whatever with the booklet. Feedback, before I forget feedback, I left this one. Feedback you have in every class. When we do the workshops, I've asked my tutors, we stop and we give you in every class feedback. However, you have dedicated sessions for actual feedback. So you have the choice to come and practice the coursework and practice the interview. Why the choice? We are the only unit that actually gives you free choice. When you come to the coursework practice or to the interview, you are meant to choose any of the topics we cover. You are going to have the questions. These are the two assessments. For each assessment, 3 months in advance. If the first assessment is in February, the essay, you are going to have access to the questions in December. Yes? You have the whole of December, the whole of January, and most of February to do your research about whatever the question. I write the question. The question will be about legal theory, or feminism, or gender change, or discrimination. And we'll have lectures on that. Yes? You have the questions in December. You're going to have 3 months to do your research. You have the chance to come to the formative, free choice, yeah, the formative. And then you have the coursework submission in February. What I'm trying to say, suppose you wanted to do feminism, the question about feminism. What I would do if I were you, I would come in January and I would write my essay on feminism. Why? Because you're going to have feedback on that essay. You can use that essay and the feedback and use all that information to hand in your final piece in February. I doubt you fail. Yes, I doubt you fail by doing that. Yes. And chances are, if you pay attention, you may go for a 2-1 or a first. That's my advice. We are going to do the same for April. April is the interview. You are going to have the questions for the interview in February, just after the submission deadline for the first one. Right after, I'm going to put on Moodle the questions for April. In February, you have the questions for April. Yes? March you come, we practice, you choose the topic, yes? We practice, and then you have the actual interview. Once again, a bit more than 3 months this time for you to be familiar with the question. I think it's plenty of time. Still, some people make the effort and fail. Yes? And I'm not talking about financial issues, I'm not talking about family issues. I do understand it, but some people just don't put any time. Yes? Think, even if you put very little time, think, because you still have 3 months in between the question and the actual submission or the interview, plus the practice. Very briefly, I don't have the dates. It's the first year in three academic years. I don't have the actual dates. I can tell you the weeks. If you check here, these are the right weeks. In February, you are going to have to submit your coursework, your essay. And in April, after the Easter break, you are going to have to come 1 day, and you'll get that information in advance for the one-to-one interview. Each of these assessments is 50% of the total mark. You have to get only 40% for this and for the other unit, which means, I'm going to put extreme examples. If for the coursework you get an 80, you may get a 0 for the second one. Yes? Why? Because the average is 40. If you get 70, you are going to need only a 10 in the second one. Am I making sense? Yes? Similar, if you fail the first one, don't get it, because the first one is a bit harder. People usually struggle with academic writing. That's probably people are usually better when they present, when they do oral presentations. I don't know interview, but usually oral presentations seem to work better with students. And that's my experience as well. So don't get sad or discouraged if you fail or if you get a low mark. Why? Because we take into account both. So you may as well fail one, as long as you get a 40 or more, when you combine both and get the average, yes, as long as you get the 40, you pass this unit. Is that clear? Yes, so you get an 80 and a 0, you still pass. It's not that you need to pass both assessments. Once again, we'll practice all this. The first part will be the coursework, and the second part, the interview. Read it, I went through the bibliography. And I'm going to work now with you in a second. Jurisprudence. Jurisprudence, legal philosophy, political theory. The main center in this country and in the world is Oxford for this kind of unit. The second one, Cambridge, and now recently Edinburgh in this country. What we've been trying to do, because we cannot on our own compete against Oxford, we are 6 institutions, I'm one of the 5 chairs. This is not MMU, this is something I do in MMU and in other 5 institutions. Met, the University of Manchester, Hull, Liverpool, Durham, and now Surrey. We are 6 institutions doing discussions in legal philosophy, political theory, and so on. If you want to come, most of them, not all, most of them are here. Let me show you. In Manchester. Tomorrow we have someone, an Italian guy, he works in Liverpool, coming to do a presentation. The next one is here in MMU. This one is in Durham. So we have a professor coming from Edinburgh doing a presentation in Durham. And then we have a professor coming from India. He's coming actually from India. I have to send the invitation letter. Doing a presentation here in Met. But I'm going to do, you don't need to come, but some of you are going to be with me on Wednesdays for the lecture. If you want to come, you don't need to book any appointments, just turn up. Or send me an email if you want to read the paper. Because this is the kind of quality I want to see from you. Yes, academic articles. Again, this is something completely separated, related to Dual Society, but not part of your unit. It's simply because I'm one of the 5 head of this project, Juris North. Let me go back here. And now, I'm going to ask you to work. Have you brought your mobiles? Your mobiles, or tablets, or laptops. This is a warm-up. I'm going to do the same in the next session.